Since February, our 11 Investigates team has reported extensively on the 2022 murders of Toledo teens Kamarion Wilder and Keshawn Pittman. The boys disappeared from a South Toledo home December 3rd, and their bodies were found more than 10 days later in a burned-out home in North Toledo. Now, 12 people, 12 were convicted in the case, and Tuesday, Brent Kohlhofer lost his appeal for a new trial. Lead investigator Brian Duggar joins us to discuss the update. And the story's coming up at 6 o'clock tonight, Brian?
6 o'clock.
Okay, let's go over who is Brent Kohlhofer in this whole thing. It's amazing, with 12 people arrested, there have got to be a lot of holes in the case.
Yeah, so the story at trial was Brent Kohlhofer and his buddy Charles Walker went over to this house at South Toledo. They were supposedly angry about break-ins at some of their houses by who they believed these kids. And they took the kids away from the house. Don't know where they went, but their bodies ended up being found in North Toledo, very close to Brent and Charles' house, about 10, 12 days later. And so police and prosecutors believe that Brent and Chuck were the ones that actually killed these kids, even though 10 other people were involved, but they were the ones who killed them.
You've done a lot of stories on this over the past few years. What's the basis of the appeal?
Yeah, the basis of the appeal is really this text message. There was a text message from Don Eames to his girlfriend a couple days after the kid disappeared and before anybody knew that they were dead. And this text message, he was sitting in this house in South Toledo, and he said, "Hey, why are you leaving me here where these two kids just died?" So the defense is like, okay, if he was in this house, the kids died in this South Toledo house, then Brent and Chuck had nothing to do with this because they didn't come over and pick them up because they were already dead. So that was the basis of their appeal.
The appeal, in turning it down, said there was a harmless error. What was a harmless error? Any kind of error you'd think would get you an appeal.
Yeah, so that's very interesting, right? I mean, because this was the heart of their appeal, this whole text message. And the appeals court, and so what happened at trial, Judge Olander, she didn't let the text message into the trial because she said it was just hearsay. Well, the appeals court said that was a mistake. It should have been allowed in trial. However, it was a harmless error because it would not have changed the jury's verdict. I mean, of course, the defense teams feel much differently because if they could put in front of the jury that, hey, this guy said that these kids died in this house, maybe it puts a little seed of doubt in their mind. So they clearly disagree with
Now, at this point, does Kohlhofer have any other recourse at all, any kind of appeal he can go?
Yeah, so Kohlhofer, he can actually appeal this to the Ohio Supreme Court. He could ask the appeals court to reconsider. You know, Dan, there have been a couple of things that have happened since they made this argument back in May. I mean, there was a key witness in that case who came forward, recanted all of his testimony. Charles Walker now has a guy who came forward giving him an alibi that night, saying that Walker was downtown at a bar. He couldn't have been over here where these kids got kidnapped. So they can ask for reconsideration. Charles Walker hasn't heard back from the 6th District yet, but they were tried together. So you got to look at this and say, well, I mean, it would be very unusual for the 6th District to say no trial for Kohlhofer, but we're going to give a trial for Charles Walker.
So you'll wrap it up all coming up tonight at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Brian Duggar, thanks so much.